Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Story Mode, and the embarrassment of one Alphino Leveilleur. I do feel a little sorry for him, but I'm also enjoying just the little bit of teasing. It's something that was sorely lacking from the time we spent with him in A Realm Reborn. He was a bit too proud, and it's just nice seeing more humanizing details. Honestly, the more these characters get to be just goofballs, the more I enjoy it. Honestly, that boy. Some things never change. Given that Alphino seems to recall the details of my return so vividly, I would rather he not draw me from memory, talented or not. You're just really embarrassing yourself today, bud. Alphino would like very much to continue the search for Thancred. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lothast Vath, which is hard to say. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Smooth. Well, let's go. It'll be nice to check in on the Vath again anyway. Hello. Good to see you all again. Great Hunters, we welcome you once more to Lothast Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we're told you may have had certain dealings. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he's not prey, but a friend, long missing. Good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you're quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Somal lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lothast Nath, not long ago. When he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned. Vidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. I hadn't even considered that possibility, but thank you. Yes, I will go do that. Okay, where am I going? Right, south, yes. We're gonna see us a Thancred, hopefully. Oh, it's been ages. Pardon me? Oh, do I have to do a fight? Very well. Let's get this over with, everyone. Yes. One side, please, one side. I have things to do. Thank you. Man, physical range DPS is pretty fun. I haven't really played a lot of them in my own time.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
Oh. Hello. Oop.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them? Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Hey, bud.
Thancred! Are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Well, look who's here. By the way, one small detail that was in that last scene that many of you probably recognized. The That little moment where we saw the Warriors of Darkness facing down an Ascian, a lot of that imagery in that moment of the warrior axe wielder kind of like powering up and preparing to attack, very, very similar to the very first thing we saw with Derman, way back at the very beginning, kind of floating in that space of nothingness, hearing Heidelin with the hear, feel, think, sort of just gaining the sword and the shield and all that stuff. Interesting. Hello. The vision caught me unawares, and I was unprepared for their attack, but I could hear the colony chattering all around us. They were so loud, so unbearably loud. I forgot you have that skill. That's a cool skill. Do you need to sit down? I have water, if it'll help. We should be safe here. Our pursuers are not like to stray so far from the colony. Well then, looking sharp and alive. Both great things. Good to see you.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether.
Convenient Chipmunk.
Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides.
Very convenient, Chipmunk. Wow.
Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Food for thought. Kyle, how's it going? He knew us. He knew you. Did he walk in our memories as we walked in his? You know, that would kind of make sense, I think. 'Twould seem the mystery of the axe-wielding cure has been laid to rest. I should have known better than to think Thancred would ever stoop to using such an inelegant weapon. But then how was I to know there was not one vagabond wandering the Chocobo Forest, but two? I know what you're thinking, but really, you needn't worry. It will only lend credence to my tales of heroism. Besides, battle scars are to maidens what loose morals are to gentlemen. A definite bonus. Well, you are still Thancred. Good to have you back, bud. Alphino is lost in thought, doubtless ruminating on the implications of your encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals. Despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Thancred found Derman. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There's far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana's no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia's missing. I thought she escaped with Derman. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. You have missed a lot, pal. All right. Let's go check in on Oh, they kind of dropped us off. That's nice. Here, let's just get ourselves up to the top floor the fast way. There we are. Hello. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low. Truly. Once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take the credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter. I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth, she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe, such is the folly and glory of man, and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We're honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Isel. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with a tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
And here I was thinking things were going well. Figures. All right, we better go back and check in, huh? See you in Ishgard. This might not go quite as smoothly as I hoped. Fortunately, the journey afforded us ample time to brief Thancred on recent events. And how are you doing with that? So you slew a handful of primals, chatted with the Emperor of Garlemald, uncovered the truth behind a 1,000-year war, thwarted a megalomaniacal archbishop's ambitions, and then rode home on the back of the Father of Dragons. Does that about sum it up? Pretty much, yep. We did you proud. Right, let's not keep Sir Emeric waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You've given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there's no end to our troubles. We can but face them head-on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we'll find Ida and Papalimo, and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we'll look back on together. Pray, do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. Glad to hear it. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Yes, let's get there. Our mood could use a good dampening. We're back. How's things going? Oh, good, you're back. Things got a bit heated while you were away. You've returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has? Those are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The chirurgeons tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Artorial not been on hand when the assassins struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassins' conspirators. Until they've been rounded up, there will be no ends to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. Here to help. Putting out constant fires is just kind of my life now. I have all the experience, I think, you will find I need. Just as Sir Emeric risked his life to bring about lasting change, so too will others wager all to preserve what they hold dear. Yeah. The Archbishop may have fallen, but the legacy of his predecessors endures. Louis Sois once told me that man's all too willing to let his future be bound by his past. And time after time have I witnessed how depressingly right he was. Even if we had the same resources to combat the fires as them up in the pillars, we'd still be fighting a losing battle. You've seen the Broom. All them narrow streets with wooden houses crammed together. It's kindling is what it is. Lucia would begin the hunt for the arsonists without delay. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we've yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Y'shtola, I would have you take the charge of the investigation in foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Mean and Derman and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose ever over there be joining us? Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A Scion, huh? And here I thought I would be... And there I thought I'd be... bleh. And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. While we could begin sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, aye, the infamous Lord Emmanuel de Forton, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Derman. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen. Let's go and see him. I'll enjoy that. Grizzled, I will accept, but old? Happens to the best of us, pal. You'll pull it off, I'm sure. All right. To the Crozier or Crochet, still haven't figured that one out. Finally, back to our detectiving roots. Questioning and whatnot. Someone once said that a gentleman is rather than does, and in Lord Emmanuel I sense we have living proof. You sense correctly. Well, go on then. Talk to the daft sod. I'm going, I'm just putting it off. Ah, Master Durami, I fear Lord Emmanuel is once more strayed from the path. As has so often been the case, his renewed enthusiasm for martial training gave way to frustration and disinterest at the first sign of difficulty. Understood. Well, well, if it isn't Derman, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hopland's awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who've lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hopland. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens? You may not, no. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I'll have you know, my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well, if it will help prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I'd hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hopland, Derman, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Boy, found your match. Okay, to work. Let's question people. Hello, people of Ishgard. I'm here to make inquiries. And not for nothing, but please recall that I am a local hero. So you have to talk to me. Come, my brothers and sisters. There's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Halone's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do they now? Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Are you getting rid of me? I feel like you're getting rid of me. Whatever. I got 2 more people I can ask. Who needs you? Nobody. Kids. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot, and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm's getting better after all. I hope so. Why did he do it? What did we ever do to him? I don't know. I'm working on it, though. Refugee, you're looking unruffled, and hopefully full of information. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Well, I'm glad you've got someone helping, anyway. Let's go find Thancred. Thancred, I hope you got more information than I did. I'm really hoping you're being helpful in general. You have a history. Finished, then. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we're to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near Saint Ramonos Cathedral. Can't read today. Doing my best, including one near St. Ramonos Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For a mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. I take it back. You're very helpful now. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. Doubtless he will. Thancred, I'm glad you're back. Ishgard, can you just please stop having problems? At some point. I mean, I'm appreciating the storytelling in general, but just, Ishgard, come on. I'm working very hard here. Where is everybody? Must be further down in the room. Hang on. Shortcuts. Go. Where are all of you? Hey, here we go. Tataru! Good to see you as well. You should have seen the way Alphino tackled him. Goodness. Doing a citizen's arrest over here? Good. Now that you're here, we can proceed with the interrogation. So, tackling, huh? Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Derman, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we've detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it. You got the wrong man. My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day, like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. Well played, Thancred. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we've at least confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. What good headway we're making. Hey, are you two catching up now? Thank the 12 you've returned to us. But what happened to your old outfit? She would care about that. Ah, yes, about that. Well, I'll leave you to explain that story while I go catch up. All right, everyone. We have information. We helped. The Temple Knights are interrogating the arsonist as we speak. God's willing, we shall have more information ere long. If we could but determine the motive behind these fires. Keep thinking on it. Bit of a gambler, ain't he? Fine by me, so long as his luck don't run out. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artoirel. Are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My lord Artoirel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alphino. His father's widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. The second thing I knew, the first one... Interested to hear. Ooh, goodness, what to pick. Oh, let's say this one. I mean, I'm not using either one, but... still. Ah. It was not so long ago, was it? How desperately we cling to that which we hold dear, knowing all the while that a day will come when we must let it all go. No more farewells. Not for a good while, at least. The past belongs to the dead. The future is ours to do with what we will. You know, I would go ahead and call it a day here, but I think this might be the last quest of the patch, so let's just go and do it. Why not? Lucia is not one to rest on her laurels.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, Our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Messy. This whole situation is getting messy. But that is how it goes, isn't it? All right, to the pillars. Looks like we're going back into the vault. It's not a dungeon this time, though, just a solo duty. Concentrate on freeing the hostages. I will tend to their wounds. Ready when you are, Derman. Just like old times, huh? Do not concern yourself with my safety, lest you forget, I too am a knight. Oh no, you are very capable. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true Brothers of the Faith are unknown. I'm told one claimed to have served under Thordan VII. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they've seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Otwarel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I'm no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Helone is my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. All right. Twould seem our presence yet goes unnoticed. Come, we must secure the entrance. Remember, saving the hostages takes precedence over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly. Okay. Gun times. Make ready. Alas. Having to actually use skills as a machinist, even though I'm still garbage at it. Go down, I says. Thank you. Are you injured? Bless you. You must hurry. The others were taken elsewhere by Sir Simeonard. Sir Simeonard? So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard. They sounded the alarm. I'll hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go. I like them leaning on solo duties a little bit more for events like these. Lets them kind of script things out a bit more. Like a story might do. Come on, team. Follow the tiny one. Secure the hostage, Derman. Leave the others to us. You got it. You there.
Down with you!
Come forth. Get shot. There we go. It's over now. Is it over? They took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are! Let none escape! Yeah, hey, no. Go away. Keep going, I'll hold them here. Not alone, you won't. Dermot, stay with Sir Emmerich and Lord Otwarel. This way, Dermot, to the choir. Okay. Not a great time to be overheated. Oh well. Die, heathens!
You underestimate me!
Gotta say, Emmerich, you're doing pretty good for a guy who got stabbed, what, yesterday? Sir Simeonard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Huh. The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We'll show the hostages the same mercy he showed the Archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I'm a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Otwarel, Derman, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonard. Okay. Not comfortable with it, but okay. Oh, Helone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked. Come then, let's see whom the Fury favors. Sir Emmerich is still wounded, Derman. If we do not move quickly, he will surely fall. Okay. Do we go higher up? I assume? Yes? No? This looks like a wall that says no. It is. Okay, better move. Yep, we've got a limited time. Gotta untie those who are still bonded and rescue the hostages. Die already. I'm on the clock. Quickly. The Bondsderman. There must be others nearby, but where? This way, I think. Come on. Hoof it. Traitor, kinslayer, by what sorcery do you yet stand? Enough, all of you attack! That's cheating. Stop it. Both of you stop. Focus on me. Nah. Hurry. Running out of time here. You know what? Fine. Turret, get him. Quickly. There we go. Hurry, 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 hurry. Ah, there's still one more somewhere. I see no others nearby. Come, Derman. Sir Emmerich needs our help. Let's go. Hang in there, Emmerich, buddy. We're almost there. You have my gun. Well done. Now let us finish this, sir, before the eyes of God and men. I'll deal with her backup. Yeah, I'll come gather around, okay? Almost. Get out of here. Yes. Come on. One day, I swear you will. Emmerich, you sure you don't want a breather? Let us handle the rest. Fury be praised. He took Melee. You must hurry. The priest took Melee upstairs when he saw you kill his men. Have no fear, child. We will save your friend. Upstairs, quick!
Where is he? Where is he?
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
What? But I...
Vidafne!
met knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefall in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
That ended reasonably well, all things considered. Good job, team. In the moments before Vidofnir appeared, I contemplated teleporting the girl. I think the 12 that I did not. Well, that was timely. Vidofnir must have been circling for hours. Let's get this off my screen. Shoo. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well-timed scarcely does it justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I informed Tataru of what was happened here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Forton Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Derman. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? He held his own in the vault. He got on well enough with Hilda. I am not sure how to put it into words, but... well, he did hold his own in the vault. That he did, which is especially remarkable given the injury to his eye. I can only assume that his time in the wilderness afforded him ample opportunity to compensate for his impairment. However, I speak not of his physical state, but rather his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Okay. Right then. I should be on my way. Kryl may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it'll last? Let's go catch up with Alphino. There we are. Lord Edmond told me all about what Vidofnir did. Gods, how I wish I'd been there to see it.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours, long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well?
Absolutely.
Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortom, Heavensward, as goes light, so goes darkness. And there we are. Do I need any of this? Not really. Cool. I mean, sure. This is thy proof. The Gerun oracles. Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and of the path we've been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Well, everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Roger, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Look at all these friends we're finding. Well, sort of, in a manner of speaking. You know. That's the 3.1 story. And when we come back next time, well, it won't be time for 3.2. It'll be time for another little, diversion. But a fun one and a cool one. So look forward to it, please. I will see you next time for that. Do take care, all of you, and until then, goodbye.